Good morning. After a bit of a hiatus, the factory is back. Um, and the cats are wrestling in the background. You might hear some clattering. That's fine. There was an update to Satisfactory, but it doesn't look like it was much going on. I will note that like this update thing here never has a date. Good morning, Matt. As I was saying, this update blurb never has a date stamp. And hitting read more here just pulls up a web browser. So that's kind of annoying, but let's not dwell on that. So it's been almost a week since I've been into Satisfactory here. I seem to recall the last thing we were doing was trying to get a production line for computers up and running. And I think we did a lot of the legwork, but... okay. I see. Let's just poke around a little bit. So we did this, whatever this is. I'll check that out. I think these manufacturers here are probably supposed to be making crystal oscillators, but I didn't quite finish that, obviously, because the input belts for those are not done. This is presumably making the circuit boards, but I can confirm that. Yeah, I can actually see them. They're they don't look like much, but I think those are circuit boards. Okay. And the rest of the factory is doing its thing. Well, let's try to get the crystal oscillators going. I think the plan is that the next slice over will have like computers and possibly also supercomputer assembly, which I'm pointing at nothing. Like the next slice is not built yet, but and I've only got about an hour and a half of Satisfactory in me this morning, but that's enough time to get back in the saddle. There we go, that's sprinting. Right, okay, so circuit boards. I think I'm going to actually buffer out this thing here a little bit. We don't need that many circuit boards. Okay, that should basically do for what I need. Okay, so crystal oscillators require quartz crystals, cables, and reinforced iron plates. Okay. I think we can do that. Yeah, because that's just a matter of logistics. I don't need to set up any new assembly lines, because I think another thing I did last time was I set up over yonder production of cables and reinforced iron plates. There's gonna be a lot of remembering what's what here, because, okay, so that's where motors are being assembled. Let's go downstairs. Whoa. This is actually okay. So here's pedal 1 or 12 actually, pedal 0. Let's just check and see if there's any hard drive in research. I'm guessing not, but who knows? Okay, no. I'm guessing I don't have a hard drive. No. Yeah, today's going to be a lot of remembering what it is. Okay, so here's cable storage and the cable assembly line. It's all full of cables, and here's should be reinforced iron plates. Yep. Is it going with? Yeah, it's going. It's just kind of slow. Let's check things out here. Looks like iron plates are not very being produced very much, or let's see. Actually, well, let's see here. This is fine. Well, we are a little bit iron plate limited, but not enough for it to be a big problem. Well, it's enough for it to be a problem once I actually start using the reinforced iron plates, but in fact, I think what I'm going to do is let's not worry about that for now. Actually, yeah, because eventually I'll just have to increase iron plate production, but that's okay. All right. So I have to send both of these things, cables and reinforced iron plates, over to the upper level. Let's look and see what the situation is at pedal 10, which is where this is all going to need to happen. So it looks like, oh yeah, okay, so the exciting thing here is that this setup that has 6 conveyor lifts is now full, which means I'm going to need to set up another arrangement. Okay. Alright, so let's stipulate that I'm going to do another batch of either, yeah, probably just 6 again. And they'll be fed with another stack of conveyor belts coming in sort of like this. I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to want to have a cap on the number of conveyor belts I want stacked like this, because, I mean, well, eventually it'll hit the ceiling, but I don't know. We can look at this. If I stand on this thing. Like, that's pretty much touching the ceiling. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So, in this light you can barely tell the difference between, like, this is quick wire here, and that's copper wire. But they are, wait a second. Well. That's iron plate that I'm sending over here. That's interesting. Okay. So my intention originally was for this stack of conveyor belts to be for things moving counterclockwise and this to be for things moving clockwise. But there's never going to be anything moving clockwise here because, like, nothing is ever going to be coming from the top down and then going out, like coming from level 2 down to level 1 and going out. That's never going to happen, he says. Given that, I think I can use this stack of conveyor belts, or conveyor poles, for moving cables and reinforced iron plates over to the logistics level. Or, yeah. Okay, let's assume that's the plan. Up on the second level, there might be more stuff moving clockwise and counterclockwise, but basically, because I have built stuff on every pedal that I can, well, not every pedal, but like the only one that's left over is this one at the 11 o'clock position, and I anticipate this will be used for like gunpowder. Anyway, every other pedal on level 1 is basically in use, which means that like the only logistics that could be happening now is moving things to pedal 10, which means I don't need to have space for things starting from pedal 10 and moving in a clockwise direction outward. So I can repurpose this and use it for more stuff moving counterclockwise towards pedal 10. Okay. Given that, let's now go upstairs and see where we want outputs to be going. So let's assume that we have something like this conveyor lift operation happening down here, like here. Okay. So, oh right, it was 6 instead of 8. That's fine. One question is whether I want it to be 8 instead. I do actually have more room here, so let's... Oh, it would have... If we want it to be symmetrical, then it would have to be like 5 by 2 instead of 3 by 2. I don't need to make that decision right now. Okay, so let's widen this foundation out, and this is what's the width here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is k equals 11. Now I can consult my geometry notes. K equals 11 is 3 deep, and then the next k equals 13 is 4. Okay. I don't know that I need to do k equals 13 right now, but let's at least finish up k equals 11. There we go. Okay. And now we're way out past the lower level, so that means we're gonna let's stay on task here, which the task actually is to. So speculatively, we'll have conveyor lifts going down from level 1 to level 2 up here, and then the question is whether we have enough space for stacked conveyor poles to be carrying all that stuff over here. And again, we're going to be running into like space limitations. I'm thinking I might have another stack of conveyor poles. I might decide on a maximum number. Maybe the maximum number is like 6 or 8. So some things might go onto the original stack of conveyor poles, but then I'll make another stack that goes in the same direction, just in parallel. But I think I can manage that. It'll just be, I might put the stack like down here or something. Which we might run into some challenges with things crashing into each other. But I think I can probably manage it. Okay. So first things first, we need to go downstairs and lengthen the pedal on position 10. So this is going to probably use up a large chunk of the concrete that I'm carrying. Because you have to get this out at least as far as that. Oops. Wow, I'm surprised I could reach that far. Okay. The game seems kind of loud. Hold on. No, actually, it's not that much louder than... It's not as loud as my own voice when I'm actually talking, so... How's this going? Yeah, okay, so... This will probably be enough to start anyway. Yeah, okay. Let's go pick up some more concrete because it is right over here. Now, the other question is whether I want this to be space for... well, that's a weird graphical effect. I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but like looking through the underside of the, or looking at the underside of these foundations, there's like this green noise happening. But anyway, I won't worry about that. Yeah, because I think I can actually just do this. I don't know that I'm ever gonna need more than 10 more conveyor lifts, but now I have them, so okay. Jasper's acting like he might want to be chewing on my monitor cables, so I want to pay attention to that. Hold on. Hey cat, what you up to? Yeah, okay. Gonna need to take a little cat break here. Just a sec. Okay. I put the cat on a timeout. All right. Yep, we're back. Yes. Okay. Let's just go up and build the conveyor lifts that we'll be using for these. Cat moderation. Does that make me the moderator? Oops, don't. That's not what I want. No, go down. Okay. Yes, timing out the cats because they're interrupting the stream. That is a pretty good description of what's going on. Okay, so it's not strictly necessary to build all 10 of these right now. Oops, that one's taller. Do I care? It's not aesthetic. Now that one's shorter. I'm very good at this. There we go. I may even decide that I don't like having them all the same height, and I want them to be different heights, but that's fine. Wait a minute. There we go. It's kind of weird that it's defaulting to assuming that I want the conveyor lift pointing away from me. That's weird. Okay, so now we have 10 conveyor lifts. Let's see what we're going to do with the outputs here. I'm going to assume that I'm going to have like roughly half of the outputs of this going around this side and the other half going around the other side. I don't know if that even makes any sense. Actually, I think I might want more, or perhaps even all of them going around this side, and then some of them going around out this direction, and then some of them going out over that way. Let's see. I mean, the other thing that's also happening here is that if I'm willing to tolerate like a bit of messiness here, I currently only have 2 things coming past here because well, let's see here. I guess the question is, like, of the things currently going to produce motors, how many things will need to be produced need to be used in other stuff. So that's screws, which could be used for lots of things. That's iron rod. And then also quick wire, steel pipe, and then the motor output. So if we look at, for example, the recipe for modular frame, it will use either iron rod or steel pipe. And then heavy modular frame will use, I guess, probably this one. That does not use screws, but does use steel pipes. Well, and then there's various other advanced stuff that I don't have. I'm not gonna think about too hard right now. Actually, let's look at the recipe for turbo motor specifically, because I was thinking about, okay. These have various requirements. Thinking about having this slice here be making turbo motors, which seems like it might be optimistic, but, you know. Anyway, my point being, here's a question. If I wanted to do something gross, like, say, move from this conveyor belt up to here, that's allowed. Okay, alright. So that affords me some flexibility. Out of curiosity, actually what I'm going to do here is make a big tall conveyor pole stack and see how high I'm allowed to angle this thing. I can't get that high, but this is okay. So this is going from like level 1 up to level like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So going up like 4 levels is allowed. That's good to know. Alright, so the task at hand is deciding where to put conveyor belts carrying stuff from level 1 and sending it over that way. And let's see, again, these two things are carrying screws and metal iron rod. Okay. Mastazaz decrying the persistence of level caps. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I also want to... So steel pipe and screws is what's up there, okay. And then I also have... I think it might actually be beneficial if I had a observation tower to be able to see what is. No, it's just plastic. Oh yeah, this is like plastic and rubber and I can just look at this, yeah, and steel pipes. And then over here we have screws, iron rod, and quick wire. Okay, so in that case, we go down here. There are a few conveyor belts that are delivering things that I expect I will need, but I don't actually know. Being iron plates and copper wire that just kind of terminate there. Okay. Alright, so... So let's say that we're going to be sending quite a lot of stuff actually back there. Do I want to send it on this side? One kind of problem here is that I have this pile of storage containers here that were put here a long time ago, and I might decide that I need to move them. What if that were to happen? Because, like, I'm going to need a lot of conveyor pole stacks to move stuff back over here to the conveyor lift area. I mean, alternatively, I could try to do it all on this side. That sounds a little bit painful. But it does look like there just is more space over here, so maybe we should just try to make that work. Okay. I can live with that. Okay, so let's say that we're going to be having stuff coming in on either of these conveyor poles and then going over like here and then going over to here, and then it gets split off into, yeah, into there. Okay. Let's see, can I use, does it make sense to use some of these conveyor poles? I think I can probably do that. Let's remember how long this is. That's 21. Could it reach over here? Okay, so it can barely reach over there from that position, which means it's likely that we're going to need some sort of intermediate pole stack here, but that's fine. I can manage that. Okay. The other question is whether we actually need copper wire and iron plates for anything, but maybe I should not be so optimistic about that. Okay, let's say that we have an intermediate objective of taking things from a conveyor belt over here to like a conveyor stack that's like here-ish. This is going to get pretty messy, but that's okay. And let's also say that we have a putative conveyor stack that's here. Does it make more sense if you point it this way or this way? I guess it doesn't. It isn't that important. So let's just say we have something starting over here, and we want to be able to reach it over there. Okay, that reaches. That's all I really want to confirm. Cool, great. All right. And then I could go probably, like, I probably can't reach all the way over there. Right. So what I want is for something to be able to reach from here to some position over here. So there'll be a Yeah. All right. So this conveyor stack will be like 5 tall, and we'll split into each of these 5 conveyor lifts. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the cable stream and run it over here. This is not the most efficient way of walking. And I think I will actually have the cable stream be like still up here. I'm guessing I can't actually reach that far. Nope, that's fine. Yep. Okay, so that doesn't look right, but let's go check it out. No, that's correct. Okay. Good. And let's just set up another one for reinforced iron plates, and we can walk these conveyor poles over. And this will be the maximum for this conveyor pole stack. I won't make it any taller than that because that's really tall. Okay. And then it's gonna go from there to like here, and then yeah, okay, so oh, and now I'm basically out of aluminum, so let's go pick up some more aluminum. Which I think is over here. Yeah. Yeah, that should keep us busy. All right. Okay, so now I can connect the top conveyor belt over to here. Yes. And then in the event that I need to move iron plates and copper wire, I'll move them over to this conveyor stack there. But for the time being, this is very long range, and I'm not... No, that looks good. There. Everything's good here. And now we want to hook these up here. Okay. Now we just need to figure out where. Okay, so here's the reinforced iron plate loading area. So let's. If I put a splitter here, or a merger, actually, it probably makes more sense. Like that. Can I just reach all the way over there? 25. Boo hiss. Oh well. That's okay. Okay. And then this is a little bit crude, but it's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm okay to connect this up. And that'll send the reinforced iron plates, and then I just connect this here, and that'll send the cables. And now we should be able to look at this. Yep, there goes the cables. And now if we head back over to pedal 10, we should have reinforced iron plates and cables almost ready to be sent upstairs. And before I actually send them, I'm going to make sure that we have... Yep, there's cables, and there's reinforced iron plates. Perfect. Okay, and so then they'll go just over here, and then over to the conveyor lifts, and now let's get the logistics upstairs taken care of. Okay, I think for my own sanity, I'm just going to have all 5 of these conveyor lifts. Actually, we can probably split it up, can't we? Does that make sense to do? I don't know. Yeah, let's just have a conveyor stack. Wow, I have like unused slot spaces here. That's funky. So there's an unused splitter there, but does that... What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, so that's currently 5 tall and actually has stuff on it. How do I feel about making it 7 tall? That's pretty dang tall. I think 7 tall is tolerable, but makes me nervous. Alternatively, I could have like a conveyor stack going over to there, and then kind of redirecting around this. Out of curiosity, how far could I point this over here? Not very far. It can go about here. That's not the worst, he says. Let's actually confirm that. Now let's say we were going... We're screwing around. Okay. So where's the maximum here? About here. Like if I have a conveyor stack here. then goes like this. How awful is that? Yeah, maybe I'll just live with that. And that also lets me skirt around these splitters here, so. I'm leaving space in this stack for one thing in case I need to send screws or iron rods up there. I may need to send both, in which case I might modify things later. But in the meantime... Okay. Yeah. This is about to get weird. That's okay. Actually, since I'm over here, let's just finish this up. Did I have a scheme for... Oh, no, this is all just pretty basic. Just throw down a splitter and... Oops, that's not splitter. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're also going to need, in addition to cables and reinforced iron plates, we're going to need quartz crystal. Yikes. Let's stay on task here. Okay, so let's have something like this. What's that in line with? It's in line with those splitters. How do I feel about that? I think I actually want it to be in line with these splitters here. Yeah. And let's actually just see how long this can be. This is fine. Okay. Like that's just gonna be like that. And then how long can this be? I think this will be fine, and then I can probably reach from over there. I don't know. So let's just go ahead and make this as long as I can make it. Good morning, Captain Theopro. Can I reach this far? It looks like I'm looking this. This looks like it might not be 32. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna need an intermediate pole stage. So like here. There we go. Okay. And let's just get this done for the second input. Oh, wow. Well, welcome to the stream, Captain Theopro. We're just doing some logistics here. All right. Okay, I think next step is to just make sure that these conveyor belts are a continuous chain all the way back to the conveyor lifts. That looks like they are. The conveyor system reminds you of big highway interchanges. Yeah, it is pretty reminiscent of big highway interchanges. Okay. And that's heading back there, and so then this will be taking output from here. So we're going to want to have a conveyor stack around here. And the longest this can be is like, there we go. Let's say we want it like here. This is good. Let's actually have it be around here, because we might have to get a little creative here. Yeah, let's say that we want to have a intermediate here, and this can reach, right? Yeah, that won't be a problem. Okay. So let's just set this up like this. I'm kind of pre-gaming for the quartz crystals that will eventually have to also be here, and following the same path essentially. Okay. And yeah, let's go ahead and set up for... Oh boy. I think I just said that I didn't want this to be that much taller, but I think I'm going to have to make it taller. Well, it's currently only like 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's only 5, so one more is not the end of the world. Can't get a beat on this. There we go. Yeah. And then we need to throw down a splitter here. I'm skeptical that I'll actually be using quartz crystals for anything but making crystal oscillators, but who knows? Yeah, let's just wrap this up. Okay. The other thing I have not done is done anything with the output stream at all. Wow, this is not... Let's go ahead and do this, because this won't take very long, and also means that once all the input streams are lined up, then everything will just start working correctly. Oh, Captain Theopra asked, can I see the entire base? Sure, let's see. That's a good idea. So there's 2 levels, which you've seen me moving back and forth between them. So there's no, like, best place to see everything, but let's go over here. I'll pull up the map. So at a very high level, the hub was originally over here, like this is where the space elevator is, and that there's a very sort of the early factory stages were over here, and then I relocated the hub and everything else to over here, to where I am now. So let's see, where's north? Yeah, so the hub is over in that direction. There it is. There's the hub. And I have it split in, or have the factory is divided into 12 different areas on each level. So that's circuit board production, and this is supposed to be crystal oscillator production. And then over there on the lower level, that's what is that down there? I should be able to remember that. Is that wire production? I already forgotten. It's been a little while since I've even played Satisfactory. So then, yeah, there's, oh, that's wire production, which means that's iron rod production there, and that's iron plate production. And then that's aluminum processing, making alclad sheets, wire production. Then this pedal is, or this slice is built out, it's covering up stuff. Yeah, so the second level kind of, from this viewpoint, if the second level is built out, it covers up the stuff going on beneath it. So for example, if I put my jetpack on, okay, so here's what's happening on the second level, but if you go down here, back to the first level, this looks like steel smelting facilities. Yeah. Yeah, so we have, so up there is where the circuit boards and crystal oscillators will be produced, and down here is where steel is being produced. And there's no relation between the two. The main idea is that everything that gets produced on the lower level gets shipped towards the center of the dodecagon, and then gets moved over to the 10 o'clock position where it gets, which is actually over there, will get moved upstairs and then over. I'm not sure why I didn't want, like, it basically, I didn't want to have a lot of the sort of random connections between the upstairs and lower and downstairs. I kind of wanted to just keep it all in one location, because it's difficult to predict what is going to be produced in any of the 12 positions. So, like, I didn't want to have a random conveyor lift going upstairs and then moving across 4 levels and then getting used there or and stuff like that. I kind of want everything going all to one place, which, if I knew what I was doing, I might be a bit better at systems like that. But since this is the first time I've played the game, I don't have quite as much intuition for what will need to go where. Okay, so that's sort of the overview. Yeah, everything is built around this dodecagon that I built probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago now. Anyway, okay, so back on track. I think the next thing we're going to be doing is connecting up the cables and reinforced iron plates. Oh, right, also I was going to try to get the outputs for the crystal oscillators connected up to like storage and stuff like that. Okay, so so those things are going. Let's go confirm that that's working and head back upstairs and finish up the crystal oscillator output. So in theory, these manufacturers should now be supplied with cable and reinforced iron plates, which they are. Right. Yep, there they are. Okay. All right, let's finish placing these mergers. These are super slow streams. So they get the slow belts. I think I'll still use the fast belts just in the central stream. And then how far over can I bend this before it complains about crashing into the manufacturer? Okay. Like this. Because what I want is a splitter somewhere that will feed into a storage container and then also feed into just general output for future production. Like if I put a splitter here. Yeah, okay. This is fine. And then I can just throw down a storage container here. And again, I think I'm going to go ahead and pad this out so that we don't make too many crystal oscillators that will just sort of sit in storage and never do anything. Yeah, okay. I have to say, this is a very crude method of doing this. Factorio is has a very simple way of just blocking off the storage chests in Factorio so that you don't make too much stuff. And I kind of wish Satisfactory had that system also, but you can't have everything. Also, these things are not powered. Well, we can have power be the last thing we do. Okay, so now we have to go grab the quartz crystal. And that's down on the lower level, on the ground level actually. And let's think about how we're going to get it up to the logistical level. Or, yeah. I could have it run all the way along the ground. To, here. Wow, that's a large tree. I might have to remove that tree. So I don't... Where the heck am I? I think quartz crystal's coming from over there. How do I feel about... Yeah, okay. I think if I just have a conveyor lift going to about there-ish. Okay. Let's remove that tree. I think I can do that. Some trees are very large and cannot be chainsawed. But... well, let's just do it. Oh, there's also, well, anyway. Boy, it's been a long time since I've used the chainsaw. Let's see, I think... let's just get all these trees out. Okay. It's kind of hard to see what's what. Specifically, like, which pedal I'm actually aiming for. I think it's that one. I can't tell, but I think probably, actually, probably is that one. And the fact that there's a stone arch here might make things more challenging. But I think what I can probably do is get the quartz crystal stream to roughly here, and then I can probably get up there and do the rest of it. Okay, so let's confirm that I know what I'm doing. Okay, there's the quartz crystal stream there. I'll just climb a ladder and confirm that. Yeah, there's the silica, there's the quartz crystal. So I need to send that away. Actually, the existence of that crystal arch makes it a little bit easier. This might not be very straight, but that's fine. Nope, not an assembler. Conveyor pole. Yeah, sure. And actually, I should probably not have this be live while I'm constructing it, in case I decide I don't like the direction that it's going, which is going to be kind of entertaining. Okay. Okay, I can actually see, this is good, I can actually see over the level 1 pedal up to the top of the, or up to the level 2, so I can see which direction I'm aiming a little bit. That's good. Okay. This is the main challenge here, is to like not lose where you're going, because there's so many conveyor belts running all over the place that it might get a little bit tricky. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and say that's a good start, and then we can connect up the actual quartz crystal stream. And then head back upstairs and hopefully be able to take care of the rest from up there. That might be a little optimistic, but I'm going to try. Yeah, because like, that's the pedal I'm aiming for, and it goes over to there, so I can probably reach down and do it. If you're seeing the stream freeze for like a second or two every once in a while, that's happening on my end too. I think it's just the game getting busy because there's a lot of stuff going on in the game right now, so it occasionally has to like stop for a second and catch its breath. I don't know. There's a lot of anthropomorphic analogies for what's going on, but right. So I want, let's actually make it so that it already knows which direction the conveyor lift needs to go, like that. Yeah. So there's the stream of the quartz crystal. So if I throw down a conveyor lift, let's see here, I want it pointing like that direction. Okay, I actually have it sit on the crystal arch. I don't know if that's good, but it seems neat. Also, I'm out of aluminum. Wow. Using up a lot of aluminum today. I guess that's not too surprising since I'm just doing a lot of logistics, but this looks good. Yeah. Also now I'm carrying a bunch of leaves and stuff that I don't need. I think I want to hold on to the petals though. I think I need to save up for some paint. Okay. This is a good place to go back upstairs. Alright, okay. Almost back on track here. Nope, that's motors. Wrong. Oh wait, what is going on? Here we go, okay. I'm confuzzled. Oh, I'm on level 2 and I actually need to be level 1. What? I went up to level 2 for no reason at all. Okay, that's all fine. Okay, conveyor lift. Here. Yeah. So if I do this, then just connect up quartz crystal stream to the conveyor lift. There it goes. Okay, now we can head upstairs, and probably the last thing to do for this is to just connect up power to those manufacturers. And then we'll be making crystal oscillators. Let's just confirm that the quartz crystals are up here. Yep, there they are. Okay. All the logistics are working as designed. And power drop should be just very basic here. there. Well, this one's going to be very slow because it's... no, actually, it's... should be fine. Okay. There we go. Now we get the manufacturer noise, I guess. You can see inside manufacturers on the sides, and they have this cute little animation. So you can kind of see in there's a bunch of robo arms doing advanced stuff, I'm sure. Okay, well, now we're making crystal oscillators. There they go. I kind of wonder what the visual design aesthetic of the crystal oscillator is supposed to be, because it doesn't really resemble anything. I mean, it resembles like old stuff. I'm not being too coherent here. Anyway, I don't really know. It kind of reminds me of like a 1950s radio or something. Well, anyway, okay. So that's a successful logistical operation there. It's going to be a little while before I have any use for that. It's also going to be a long time before the storage container gets filled up. So the reason why I wanted all that stuff was so I can make computers. Let's look at the recipe here. It's a circuit board and crystal oscillator. Okay. And this will definitely be more efficient than doing it in a manufacturer with all this stuff. Like 60 screws for one computer is a lot. And so I think the plan is the next slice over will make computer and then also supercomputer, which means that probably the pedal over from that one will be making the other ingredients like AI limiter and high-speed connector, which that's all in the far future. But I think let's see, does it make sense to start building out? I don't think I have enough time today to actually get the computer production going, but I think I'm going to start. Okay. Which means I'm probably going to use a lot of concrete. Also, I'm going to need to consult my geometry notes. Yeah, let's build out this slice a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so here we are. This is k equals 5. Let's see. There we go. Now we can just throw that over there. That's doing off-screen window management here. Okay. So k equals 5 has a depth of 4, which is already built out here. And then k equals 7 also has a depth of 4. Okay. And since I've been talking like in highly specific jargon, I'll clarify what I mean when I say k equals 5 or k equals 7. I've just been using k as a variable to denote the width of the slice at a given spot. So like over here, k equals 1 because it's just one foundation wide, and then it increments in steps, just like odd numbers. So here, because you build an equal number of foundations on either side of the central spine here. And so it goes from 1 to 3 to 5, 7, etc. So, and then the geometry note that I'm referring to is a table that I made some time ago that it specifies how far a given k value goes before it widens out to the next one. So, so the table specifies k equals 1 is a depth of 4, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then k equals 3 has a depth of 3, so right here we go 1, 2, 3. And then k equals 5. Most of the time it's it's always either a depth of 3 or 4, but like the table calculates which one is what it is. So then k equals 5 here, which again, it's 5 because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and which is like the central one plus 2 on each side. Anyway, so k equals 5 is a depth of 4, k equals 7 is also a depth of 4, so let's finish this. K equals 9 is also a depth of 4. And here it's also good to like double check that your width calculations are what you think they are. So this should be 4 plus 1 plus 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should be the middle. It looks like it is. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, okay, great. And I'm almost out of concrete, so let's go get some more concrete. Let's see here. Oh, is this the... I didn't realize that this pedal was one that had a ramp on it. That makes this the 8 o'clock pedal, is that correct? Or is it the 6 o'clock pedal? Let's try to figure that out. Oh, it looks like this is the 6 o'clock pedal, okay. Yeah, because like looking due north is looking straight at the middle of the factory, which means this is the due south slice here, which means we are at 6 o'clock. Which means concrete is over there, okay. I'm actually gonna reorganize my inventory a little bit because like I don't need to be carrying around these screws or this stack of 3 reinforced iron plates. That's not very important. Any of this other junk that I don't need. Yeah, encased industrial beam I don't need. Okay, that's a little bit more space. Okay. That should be enough concrete to last a little while. Well, actually, let's just take all of it. Right, so to review, from the ground level up to level 1, I have ladders at the 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock positions. And then from level 1 up to level 2, I have ramps at the 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock positions, which is kind of a gratuitous amount of symmetry, but I do like symmetry. Alright, so this is k equals 9, and we need to widen it out another 2. Then k equals 11 is a depth of 3, so in that case I will do all 3 at once, which is not my preferred way of building foundations, but it's definitely doable. What's that over there? Oh, that's a poison cloud zone. That supposedly there's some Caterium over there, but I never really found it. Okay. So here's k equals 11. This slice is going to need to be pretty wide before I start actually doing work on it, because it's going to have a line of assemblers making computers, and then also a line of manufacturers making supercomputers. And the other question is whether, so for example, over here, I made the line of assemblers, 2 lines of assemblers in parallel, and the question is whether I want to do that for computers as well. I think I probably do, because we go over here. If I make an assembler, crystal computers. Yes, we're making crystal computers. Yeah, it makes 2.5 per minute, which is not very fast. So I think I do want to have pretty much the same setup as what I did over there, which over here, this is at k equals 13. Yeah, so that the assemblers don't even start until halfway through k equals 13, so I need to build this out, because this is k equals 11, yeah. Alright, let's keep going. This will probably actually be the last thing I do on the stream, because I'm going to need to pack it in pretty soon. And k equals 13 at the depth of 4, so... Oops. Build a spurious foundation over there. There we go. I think I'll probably build k equals 15, and then that will probably be enough for now. So that's k equals 15, also has a depth of 4. I might also just run out of concrete. Let's see if I can, how far I get here. Looks like I'll probably have enough, but only just. Okay. Alright, now I have this slice ready for setup for computer production and other stuff. Mostly, I've just made a big flat space. Yes, that is the final achievement here. Okay. Alright, I think I probably will be back tomorrow, but I think that's probably going to be all the Satisfactory for today. Got back on track after being gone for a little while. And hopefully tomorrow we'll get computer production up and going. All right. Thanks for joining. See you later.